What common mistakes do people make before going into hybrid? Because quite often people think hybrid, oh, that's loads of different things, and they just throw everything in the bucket. And it doesn't really work that way.
I think straight away, overtraining. Again, it really does depend about the person and what they've been doing leading into maybe taking me on as a coach, and they go, I'm going from CrossFit, I want to go and do a half Ironman. And I've not ran further than 5K. I've not swam since I was back at school. And I go, okay, cool. Now, one of your sessions is probably going to be 20 minutes long in the swimming pool. That's all we're going to do, because if we do any more, you're just going to be practicing bad form, and it's just going to be playing on your mind. So I feel like there's a real fine line between overtraining and overreaching. And some people, and it's something that I struggled with a lot, because I train because it's good for my mental state. And I would just be like, I'm going to train in the morning, I'm going to train at lunchtime, I'm going to train in the evening. Then you forget, like, I'm working, and you have all these things going on. I say to my clients, we're trained to perform at our worst, and professional athletes are trained to perform at their best. And I say this to them because I'm like, you're not going to have the best sleep because you've got a screaming child at maybe 2 a.m. occasionally, and you've got to go attend to that. So then when we've got a session the next day, that might be a 60-minute zone two, just to make things simple. And they're running what they think is their zone two pace, but they go, oh, why is my heart rate so much higher? And I'm like, probably because you've just gone into your training session after a really bad night's sleep. You might have just missed a morning meal because you're in a rush to try and get the kids to school, and you're not playing that into account as well. So I think it really depends from, if you're training somebody who's in that kind of field of, they've got a family, they've got work, they've got kids, you've got to understand them and their life. And I don't think there's one way of doing it. So for me, I think it's trying to figure out about who that person is, what's going on in their life, and have they actually got the capacity to do this kind of training. So it's about sometimes pulling them back. Like, I have some other people, a couple girls that I've taken on, and they train like absolute savages, and they work from 8 till 6 p.m. They'll be up at the crack of dawn, like 4 o'clock, to go for a 20K run. And then they've got a CrossFit or weight session later on. And I'm thinking, how are you functioning? I just don't know how you're functioning. With people like that, I'm like, let's pull you back and train a bit more quality over the quantity, and just see how you feel. It's a bit of trial and error sometimes, but yeah, what I found with the most common mistakes is, yeah, really trying to find out where we're overreaching and overtraining.